Hi guys, how you doing? This is Lead Frame Rain coming at you. Hopefully, going to kick you some knowledge. So back in the car, and I had some thoughts. Let me fix my phone here for a second. Trying a new mount. So if you had asked me day before yesterday, who I wanted to be the Republican nominee for president in 2024, I would have told you I would like DeSantis to go ahead and run. Um, I just think he's more polished. I think he has the right sense of uh, what I want in a presidential candidate. He was part of the Freedom Caucus at one time, so I think our ideologies when it comes to even conservatism would align. Although obviously I probably disagree with him on some things. Um, yeah, I tweeted this actually several times. If I were to vote today in a primary, who would I vote for the candidate for president for the Republican Party in 2024? It'd been Ron DeSantis until until last night. Um, I think part of it was, well, so I found myself being drawn in. This is what well, actually, Milo was on Timcast the other day, and he was talking about this. He was talking about how, Trump just has this charisma about him. And I, honestly, when I heard that from Milo, I really thought he was, I like Milo, but I thought he was just making too much of it. And I thought, okay, this is kind of old news. This is worn off. There's really no reason to really see that as anything effective until he announced. And honestly, it's been a while since I've heard him speak in the way that he did. I thought he was measured, much more measured. Spoke eloquently, much more presidential. Okay, and I'll admit it. I was like drawn in by the guy. I liked the ideas. I liked that he was anti-war. I liked the fact that he wanted to empower parents. It's a big thing for me right now because I have a 10-year-old son. I like the fact that he wanted term limits. I like the fact that he wanted to limit what Congress people could do as far as their finances and then the stock market. They can't profit off of what their inside knowledge is. I like that. You know. So, like I said, if you had asked me just a couple of days ago, who are you going to vote for in the primary, I'd give it I'll give it a number for you. 95%. I would have said DeSantis. Now I'm back to 50-50. And, I'm sure Trump will say something or tweet something or do something that's going to irritate me. That's just going to be like, oh, man, why? But, I was going to say this in another video, and I actually did. I didn't post it because, I've kind of, not that I've changed my mind, that I need to think this through a little bit more. But what I was going to say was that we don't need a bull in the china shop type of candidate. Okay, that was good in 2016 for Trump, but now we need someone more polished like a DeSantis. But after this last midterm election and how the media is reacting to Trump's announcement he's going to run for president again, and what they're already trying to bring up 14th Amendment Insurrection Act, arguments, legal arguments to trying to keep him from running. Maybe we need a bull in a china shop even more than we did before. There is an argument for that. Now, I'm not saying I'm abandoning either one, but now I'm rethinking. Like, well, wait a minute. Maybe we need somebody that is going to go in there. It doesn't have to worry about a second term because this would be his second term. He wouldn't be able to run again. And to just go in there and just thrash the place with term limits. with changes to finance laws. You know what I mean? As far as as far as you know, can Congress people enrich themselves off of that information? I think he said some things that I thought were like, wow, they were radical changes, and it's going to take a bull in a china shop to do it. So it got me thinking a little bit, like, well, wait a minute, maybe I need to rethink this, because I think what I found myself doing is kind of longing for the status quo. You know, how things used to be. You know, it's like, okay, I'm tired of this boisterous, this bombastic, you know, because I want a little normalcy. But now I'm thinking, maybe I was selling myself short a little bit. Maybe that's not what we really need. Maybe we do need somebody like Trump again. But you can make the other argument too, the other way. Okay, you can say, well, no, we don't need that. Or we need to have somebody to do the same things that's a little more polished. But I don't know how much of that really means to me anymore. Because do I want a politician to come in and affect change and dramatically do so? Yeah, that's what we all want, right? And I'm not saying DeSantis won't. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is my desire for a more status quo type of situation where I don't, you know, how it was before Trump. My desire for that, maybe I'm selling myself short. Maybe I really need to think about that a little bit. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. But my point is simply this, is that it got me thinking again. Like, to where, you know, like I said, I was 95% with DeSantis just yesterday. Now, if you'd have talked to me yesterday afternoon, that's exactly what I would have said. Now I'm like 50-50. I'm unsure. Now, DeSantis can win me over. Trump obviously moved the needle for me. But I don't know. So now I'm kind of in between again. But you know what? We got a long time before we really have to decide. But then again, it's only less than 2 years to really think about it. But there's there's going to be about, the next 1 year and 11 months and so on days. They're going to be interesting. Okay. Politics might become fun again. You might see TV ratings going through the roof again. You can't take that away from Trump. You just can't. People were getting really bored with politics, and now all of a sudden, all he did was announce, and who knows? He may not win the primaries. DeSantis may take it, and I will say this: whoever that is, I'll vote for them. I have no problem voting for DeSantis right now. I have no problem voting for Trump. I don't have any reservations. Now, I know what I'm getting with both. Well, at least with Trump, you know what you're getting. DeSantis, I think I know what I'm getting. If DeSantis were to adopt a lot of the things that Trump said last night about term limits and, keeping congressmen from benefiting from having insider information, if he adopts those things seriously, that might tip the needle for me in the other direction. But I don't know. Right now, I think DeSantis is doing the right thing. He's trying to run Florida. That's what he should be doing, because he's the governor of Florida. He may not even run. Now, my dream would be to have some type of DeSantis-Trump ticket, or have DeSantis on his cabinet or something, because you got to remember, Trump can only run one more time. Okay? Then somebody else would have to run after that. And so the Democrats will get another chance. All right? Just after 4 years to find somebody. They don't seem to have much of a lineup. But then again, if you really think about it, outside of DeSantis, and there's a couple of good names, like, there's people floated, Carrie Lake, Tulsi Gabbard, who's another person that I would really like to see get involved. There isn't much on the other side. And at least we have some names that we can talk about that are viable, interesting on the conservative side. So anyways, guys, just wanted to do a quick video. I thought it was a great speech. In closing, I thought it was a great speech. I thought he went off the cuff a little bit and kind of slowed a little towards the middle, but whoa. you know, the beginning was great, the ending was great. I think he did a really good job. I didn't buy into that he's tired or has low energy. I didn't get that sense from him. Um, and then I didn't, you know, we didn't get the bombast, or he didn't call out anybody, make fun of DeSantis or Youngkin anymore. I think it was a good speech. Hopefully, if he stays like that, he has a very, very good chance of getting the nomination. But honestly, he's going to have to fight the Republicans before he fights the Democrats. Because the Republicans, I tell you what, they are going, you know, you think the Democrats are going to do everything they possibly can. The Republicans right now are going to do everything they can to stop him. Everything. And I know they're going to beg DeSantis to run. And I don't know what DeSantis is going to do. DeSantis may say, you know what? I'm going to stay down here in Florida. You guys have at it. Whatever. You know, I'll see you in 2028 or whatever. Okay? It's going to be an interesting year and a half or year and some months. Anyways, guys, Left Ring. I'm out. Talk to you later.